Hello guys, this is Ivan here. So welcome to this quickly beginner tutorial how to use Lightroom and how I personally use the tools on basic panel in Lightroom. So let's jump inside here and I'm show you quick example, a photo from my last trip in Indonesia. And it's a good example because it's a very high dynamic range photo and I'm gonna show you how I bring my photo to life. Come here and let's see here. So that's the photo. As you guys can see, it's very dark and the sun just set behind those beautiful trees here in Sumba, Indonesia. So what I do, the first step I go pretty much on a basic panel here, and then I go Adobe Color and I click landscape. You see, just the color is already giving me some idea how the photo gonna look like. So I don't go crazy on editing. Nowadays I like to go more simple, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I do. So first step here, I'm gonna open my exposure, maybe my 40. I always can come back later. So I go highlight a little bit, not too much. If I go too much, it start to distort the highlight. So I go a little bit. So my 22 should be okay. Yep. And then I'm gonna open my shadow. I open all the shadow here, and then I'm gonna a little bit down the highlight on the white. I'm gonna open my black. Something about here. So as you can see, I already start to give some life to the photo, but we just starting. Let's go here. I'm gonna play with vibration, maybe plus 26, minus 2 on a saturation. I don't go too crazy here. That's good. And then a tone curve. Let's go move to tone curve. Tone curve, you need to be very gentle with tone curve. So I go, what I'm doing here, I'm just open the blacks. As you can see here, all black, I'm just open the black. I don't really like black in my photos. Like that. And I'm gonna go follow the shadow a little bit. The highlight. As you can see, you have to go very gentle with this tone curve. Right there should be okay. I can see some magenta on the skies, but I like to go a little bit, take off the magenta here, probably -9. You see, as I move the calibration section. The calibration section is very powerful tools, but you need to be very careful with that. Go -10. I always can come back later. So it's pretty much. So then one of the things I'm gonna do, I'm gonna transform first lens correction, and then I'm gonna transform here. That's what I can play a little bit with the distortion in the photos. Some people don't like to use. I use sometimes, and I show you exactly how I do. For example, here I'm go +2. And then on aspect, I go -48 on aspect. You see how I'm just stretching the photo a little bit, not too much, like that. Then if I press the short key R, go straight to the crop, I'll go 4:5, enter. A little bit of the sky, yeah. But so now what I do, I press the short key K to bring me the brush tool. The brush tool is one of the most powerful tools in the Lightroom. So what I like to do, I go on a yellow. Of course, you can always come here, select color, luminance, but I like to use the brush tool. I go all the yellow part. Just a little bit of the highlight, a little bit, not too much, maybe -4. Here you go. See, you start to get the white thing here, so I might need to go back. Maybe just a little bit of white and yellow. I'm gonna pump this color. Here we go. I press K again, shortcut K again, and now I'm work with the shadows. So I can point all the shadows. Don't need to be perfect here. They just and even here. And then I just go a little bit with the contrast, and what I like to do, I press shortcut M to bring the gradient filter, and on the gradient filter I go with the clarity, because when you see the landscape, usually front of you the landscape is like have more details, more contrast, but as you go farther to the background on the sunset, it's more like you don't see much clarity, you don't see the darks. So that's something that you need to be very careful to not over unrealistic your photos, if that makes sense. But I'll show you exactly how I do. So in the foreground, I pump the clarity, and then I go on a basic panel, and I will take all the clarity. I think you see how I'm start to soften the image. -50. I go very heavy on the clarity. Usually I go -55, maybe 55. I open a little bit the haze. Let's give some. As you can see here, it's still a lot shadow in the image. Dynamic range, sunset is quite normal. And then I go on the details. I sharpen. I like to go sharp. I go over 100, 150, but then I mask. It's very important to mask the sharpness. You don't want to sharpen the whole image. You just want to sharpen the details. Maybe here. And then I go on a details, 53, around midday, ratio -2. Here we go. Now we start to see, if I show you how it was before and after, and then I can even go a little bit to the clarity, maybe go -22, can go with the vibrance a little bit if I want, and then I use the brush tool again, yeah, and then I go clarity. Yeah, it looks quite good. I can maybe zoom in a little bit, and all this corner here I can clean up. Let's see. Yeah, Lightroom does a perfect job here cleaning everything. Yeah, and then you can, with time you can use. I use Photoshop more to clean the image. I don't like, let's say, I wouldn't remove this tree, for example, but take this little thing that make your photo a little bit mess. It's quite important to do. It's looks more professional, looks more like you care about the photo. That's how I see. And yeah, that's how the photo look. It's a little bit blue here. I can even take a little bit of the blue. Let's see if it work. I can go on a color mix. I'm gonna maybe a little bit like that. Let's see if I can even, yeah. Don't want to go too crazy. Maybe here we go. I can press fit, and then I can even go maybe a little bit more contrast. There you go. And then it's a little bit dark. I could even go with the tone curve and open the black a little bit more. Here you go, guys. Pretty much how I would edit it. I don't like to complicate too much. I don't like to go and change the sky and do all those crazy things. But yeah, if you like, cool, have fun. But if you're just learning as a photographer, learn Lightroom, that's a very good, I think, very good guide to follow. It's very basically, you see, less than 5 minutes. I edit the photos, explain you how I do. And if you have an idea, let me know in a comment. And yeah, let's see how it goes. I'll show you exactly how the photo look like now. That's how the photo before, after, after. You see, not much change, but give you a better idea how the photo can work. I see you guys on the next one. Bye. Ciao.